The blind painter who saw the world differently. The story of Aiden Clarke. Aiden Clarke was a happy and curious boy who loved painting. He spent hours drawing everything around him, his mother's smile, the tall buildings, and the blue sky. He dreamed of becoming a great artist one day. But when he turned 10, something strange happened. His vision started to blur. At first he thought it was nothing, but soon he couldn't see colors clearly. Doctors told him he had a rare disease and would go completely blind. By the time he was 11, Aiden's world turned dark. He could no longer see the things he loved. People pitied him, and some even said, "He will never be an artist now." But Aiden refused to give up. He still had his imagination, his heart, and his dreams. Learning to see without eyes. At first, Aiden felt lost. He couldn't paint the way he used to. He sat alone in his room feeling hopeless. One day, his mother gave him a lump of wet clay. "Just feel it," she said. Confused, Aiden touched the clay, running his fingers over its smooth surface. Slowly, he shaped it into a small house, using only his sense of touch. That moment changed everything. Aiden realized he didn't need eyes to create art. He could use his hands, memory, and feelings. With new hope, he picked up a paintbrush again. He used raised lines to feel the edges of the canvas. He learned to mix colors by labeling paint tubes in Braille. It was difficult, and he failed many times, but he never stopped trying. His first painting as a blind artist. At 17, Aiden completed his first serious painting since losing his sight. It was a city skyline, painted with texture so he could feel the shapes. His best friend, Liam, was amazed and recorded a video of him painting. Liam posted the video online with the caption, "My friend is blind, but he paints better than most people who can see." The video spread like wildfire. Millions of people watched it in just a few days. Everyone was shocked. How could a blind person paint so beautifully? News reporters came to interview him. Famous artists praised his work. People from all over the world sent him messages saying, "You inspire us." Becoming a famous artist. Aiden's paintings became more and more popular. At 21, his work was displayed in famous art galleries, including the Louvre Museum in Paris. Rich collectors offered him huge amounts of money for his art, but Aiden had a different goal. He wanted to help others. He used most of his money to support blind children. He started teaching them how to paint, just as he had learned, through touch, emotion, and memory. One day, during a big speech, Aiden said, "I don't need eyes to see. I see with my soul, my heart, and my imagination. If you ever feel like giving up, remember, nothing is impossible." The audience stood up and clapped for minutes. Some even had tears in their eyes. Aiden had not only proved people wrong, he had changed the way the world saw blindness. A heartwarming moment. Years later, Aiden opened a special school for blind artists. One day, a little girl named Sophia, who had been blind since birth, showed him her first painting. "I never thought I could do this," she whispered. Aiden smiled, gently placing his hand on her shoulder. You don't need eyes to make the world beautiful. You just need courage. As he stood in his school, surrounded by children painting with their hands and hearts, Aiden knew his story was just the beginning of many more.